Today is the day we finally start getting revenge on Void. Today is the day we start thinking about leaving the planet, destroying Void, and getting revenge for sweet, sweet John. The things I do to see John's face again, to see her. Welcome to Randy's Revenge, and before I accidentally misgender another one of our major colonists, we're going to get straight into things. Now, the plan for today is very, very simple. We need to be working on research in order to finish off what we've got in order for us to finish the spaceship. That's the last thing we need to do. I think we need one component left. I'm also going to be working on the mechanoid stuff. I've been very quietly finishing off some centipedes in the mech gestators, and they are ready to go. I also need to finish off bionics. That'll be it. I want to just get all the last of the bionics rammed into all of our people and get them completely finished and ready to go for the fight. So if you enjoy any of today's episode, I'm excited to see what happens if we start two endgame scenarios at the same time. Consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things, and let's start by taking these centipedes out of the gestators. Okay, so it turns out the centipedes weren't actually ready. It was just one of the many cycles that they have to go through. But hey, they're still nearly ready. And once again, on our journey to 1 billion wealth, we're currently at 116 million wealth. We did take a small dip of roughly, 20 million, as you do. But we've got some more golden chests here. I'll crack these open and see what we get. And we are opening 35 of these golden chests all at once. So a lot of these things will get hauled and everything. 35 golden chests. It's only worth a little bit, I'm sure. Okay, so the main thing we got out of those golden chests was a hell of a lot of gene packs. I'm going to go through all of them and see if any of them are any good. Colonists are gathering to celebrate Sam and Shalaki's marriage. I can't believe I've been saying Shalaki's name wrong all this time. But it looks like they're going to be getting married in the fantastic corridor? Yeah! What a lovely place to be getting married, eh? Just so romantic. And we have actually managed to finally get the ship computer core as one of our technologies. That's it. That is the last component of the ship that we need to build. It requires a persona core, but from what I remember, I think Merv mined up a couple of persona cores. Yeah, we only have, 6 persona cores, You know how it is, guys. Perfect. So once we've finished building everything, we should be there. I think the main thing we're missing out at the moment is plasteel. But we have just put down a deep drill here for plasteel. And yeah, we'll let Merv go to town on that and we'll be fine. Now, Sam and Chalaki. Oh, God. All these episodes of calling her the wrong name. Him? The wrong name? Oh, God. I swear that's just my thing. Just constantly misgendering characters. Crikey. Chalaki and Sam are finally getting married. They know that the end is nigh, and whether or not I decide to pack them onto the spaceship, we'll never know. I'm looking at the gene bank to see if we did manage to get any new gene packs that I haven't seen before. No. We just didn't get any new gene packs at all, especially ones that I'm interested in. The only ones that I am potentially looking at are the bulletproof ones with Link's tails. But do I honestly want to turn every single one of my characters into a furry? Not too sure about that. Whether it fits everybody's character, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could give Amelia potentially bulletproof skin and a Link's tail, seeing as she is already a cat person. Yeah. Oh, turns out that actually Amelia does already have the Link's tail. So this literally will do nothing apart from give her the bulletproof skin one. So that is perfect. There we go. There's the xenogerm that has been completed. So let's get Harry to order the implantation into her. So it will overwrite her genes, obviously. And I think theoretically she'll keep everything. Just gain herself bulletproof skin. Obviously, if she no longer is a cat person after all of this, this will be pretty detrimental, honestly. There goes Harry has implanted the xenogerm. Oh dear, she's no longer a cat person. She's just Amelia now. Oh no. Ah, shit. Oh no. Whoops. Well, I mean, I guess I've cured her furryism. Cured? Not the right word for it, but you get what I mean. She's no longer a cat girl. Oh dear. That's not good at all. But a growth moment, Frederica. Nice. Congratulations. As a reminder, this is Amelia and somebody's child, Riku's child. So it is unbelievably bad, but has strong melee damage. So that's very nice. And they can now actually do work and things, and they can either be kind or inquisitive. You know what? You can be inquisitive. That sounds nice to me. Actually, no, there's no point because you're already bad at intellectual. Let's make you kind. So yeah, we've no longer got a cat girl in the colony. We've just got Amelia. Amelia is just straight up Amelia. Shit. There's nothing really here that I can either give her to make her a cat girl again either. The very first centipede has been gestated, and what a lovely, kind fellow. Definitely not going to survive for very long, that's for sure. I'm not sure how useful these centipede gunners and everything are going to actually be in the fight against Void, against the Empire, about whoever is going to fight us. Last time we used mechanoids, they weren't very good, so they're basically just going to be fodder, I think, honestly. And there we are. We have now officially finished the ship. We have all the bits and pieces. We have the minimum of 3 engines with 4 engines, the sensor cluster, the ship core computer, we have crypto sleep caskets, we have the reactor, and we have the ship structural beams. We can now start both the ship and the planet energy teleporter. Now, obviously, both of these things have to wait 15 days in order for them to start up properly, which is where you get the wave thing. Whew, okay. So I think what we'll do is I've got a few more building projects left to finish. Another line of defense around this is going to be built. And I'm building some shield generators as well, which I don't think will work against Void, but will work against the Empire and anyone else like that wants to raid us. I'd like to also finish off the bionics, because at the moment we are still working on Beach, and I would quite like to just go through everyone else to make sure that's everyone done as well. And then we can start it. We are so close. I'm also going to be queuing up 100 high explosive shells. Now, Joe, why are you doing this? You're not using mortars or anything. You live in a mountain. No, when Void attackers, they'll use solar flares, they'll use toxic fallouts. We'll have to stay inside and we'll have no way to particularly protect ourselves. So I'm actually going to use IEDs. I think these are probably the most underused item in the whole of Rimworld. IEDs. They're totally vanilla. They're within the game. Anybody can use these. But does anybody actually ever use IEDs? I'm going to use these. I was thinking about using the anti-grain warhead ones, and I might do. You know, I might chuck down a couple of them. They are going to be very powerful and probably very handy to use against Void. Because anything that we put down, if it requires electricity, it will most likely not work against Void. And I haven't actually done any defenses yet at all, apart from rely on this, like, long corridor here. So I think that's what we're going to work on next. I think the next research we're doing is Helamex Serum. But if we can get anti-grain technology, we can then build the anti-grain warheads. And that sounds lovely. Okay, so we've now built 2 shield generators as well. These will just kind of sit there quite nicely unless we have a raid. So this should be a nice little line of defense for if we do get mechanoids or the Empire rather than Void. And I think it's got to that time of the episode as well that we can give Tuna one of her final side trainers. Let's have a look and see what we can give her. Okay, so I'm going to go for a very sort of basic one here, and I'm actually going to go for the word of healing for her. If Void absolutely bend us over, spank us silly, we're going to need something to heal people fairly quickly. Jezebel is our only person as a Sanguiphage that can heal anybody at all with her abilities, so it'd be nice to have just one other person to be able to do that. I've now also queued up a load of IEDs, roughly about 50. Not all of them are visible on the map right now. Summoning and surrounding just everything that we need to be protected. Obviously, most importantly is the stuff in here. And Amelia is now back up as well, looking fit and ready now as pretty much a human. She's no longer cat lady Amelia. She's now just human Amelia. You know, it is very inconvenient that she's no longer a cat woman. It kind of removes the charm from her, but I mean, it works within the lore of the series and everything. So I mean, I guess I'm okay with it, but not really. So now that they're back up, it is now time to start both of these. I'm pretty sure that even if we start one before the other, I have to manually select which one we start. So obviously we're going to start with the ship reactor and start that up. The reactor is ready to power up. The process will take about 15 days and the energy signature will be detectable from a long distance away. This sort of energy signature indicates interstellar flight capability and will attract gangs of desperate raiders and swarms of deadly mechanoids. You will be assaulted with an intensity you've never seen before. Make sure your defenses are prepared first. Confirm. That is now being turned on. The planet energy teleporter. Start ship. The reactor is ready. It's the exact same prompt. So let's confirm as that as well. So we now have 14 days. 14 days of 2 end game situations. Now, whether this is double the raids, I don't know, but this is not going to go well. And Merv has managed to mine himself up 23 large golden chests. As a reminder, these ones were unbelievably good. Oh, he's also managed to mine up 78 nuclear warheads. Congratulations, Merv. You're now getting to the point where you're mining up nuclear warheads. Oh, God. What did we do with 78 nuclear warheads? What do we do with those? Christ. And our first raid has arrived. The kinship of Suman. And they are attacking immediately and dropping on top of us. Okay, well, I mean, this isn't particularly going to be much for us, I'll be honest. Let's just get everybody to man up in the corridors, I think. And this should be easy peasy. We have a very strong line of defense here. Tuna is immediately going to be casting a spell that absolutely obliterates everybody. Maybe don't do that, Tuna. Maybe don't do that. Yeah, there we go. There's loads of them already killed already. Let's get everybody to just search and destroy and get rid of the rest. Perfect. Easy. It's just too easy, you know? Wiggins has unfortunately gone down here. How? Brain shock. Oh. Somebody hit Wiggins with an EMP and immediately took her out. Crikey. But yeah, no, easy peasy. Everyone's just being hunted down and absolutely obliterated, and they're already running. Crikey. That was fast. That poor person has just had the worst time of his life. Holy moly. Perfect. That was unbelievably easy. I'm really glad that that didn't actually take too long or anything. So we did have 2 people go down. It was Wiggins and Sam, both of them with brain shock. I'm not sure how or what caused that. I'd hate to think that it was potentially Tuna, but it could have well been. I'm not sure. Maybe the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts cause EMP damage, and I guess Sam and Wiggins both have, well, they do all have like the most ridiculous amount of mechanical implants in, so that's probably what has caused them to go into brain shock. Okay, so I'm going to disable Thunderbolt, so she can only use ocular eruption, actually, but Tuna's actually a lot more useless than I thought. And Merv has opened all of those golden chests, and we didn't get a lot, mainly just 49 gene packs, you know, the good stuff. And we got 11 small vanometric power cells, which I'm going to deconstruct all of those because I have no use for them. I guess I'll go through all of the gene packs when they get stored and see if any of them are any good. And unfortunately, we can no longer reinforce Benito's chainsaw. We've just completely out of chem fuel, and we can't make any more chem fuel because we've got nothing to smelt to make into chem fuel. So we're going to have to deal with the just basic melee damage per second of 23. You know, the small amount. Jesus Christ. I decided not to improve any other factor, particularly apart from DPS, because there's just not really much point. So let's take that out, give that to Benito, and go from there. Now finally researching the anti-grain technology as well in order for us to set nuclear traps for hopefully Void, but probably just a load of tribals. I can't believe Void hasn't raided us yet. It has only been 1-2 days. But still, you know, I would have thought Void would have been all over raiding us, but they haven't. So we now queue up anti-grain shells. They are quite expensive, unfortunately, and do not have particularly any uranium at all, but I'm still going to queue up, you know, 100 of them. If we have a few anti-grain warheads lying around, who does it hurt? Hickory? Nah, Hickory's already in pain, I'm telling you. Telling you right now. Hickory loves the pain. I reckon Hickory's a masochist. Definitely. So I'm going to just chuck around like a load of these anti-grain warheads. I assume the circle around it is the area of effect. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a problem if I'm just chucking these everywhere. And a rejected proposal. Myrtle Beach, will you marry me? Harry Helaman is not going to be unhappy about this. Harry and Beach are no longer in a relationship. Oh, Beach, I can't believe you. You and Harry had a child, and then he asked you to marry him, and then you just said no. Why? Why don't you like him? Ex-lover, killed my friend, botched my surgery, I rejected their proposal, physically appealing, plus 20 my friend, killed colonists, Harry binged on drugs, I don't need a junkie in my life. So, because Harry abused Beach, she didn't want to marry him. You know what? It's fair enough, Harry. You're an awful person, Harry. But within the law, that's fine. You know, Harry, in law, is an awful person. and just only cares about himself. So that is fair enough, you know. I respect that. Classic Harry, really. It's now only been 3 days, and we've only had 1 raid so far. You know, I don't think Void are particularly taking us seriously, and I haven't treated my colonists enough. We're going to go around, and I'm going to start making the base just worth as much as humanly possible as we can. I think we've spent way too long holding back on the colony wealth. Ignore the mini quarry and that target. I'm going to go around, and I'm going to make every single floor made out of silver, because why not? I think my people have earned silver floors by now, you know. Ooh, Void has finally turned up. They've heard about me leaving the planet, and they say, no, that's what they're saying. We've been raided by Void. There's been a chemical fire, which means we can stay inside, and there has been an artificially induced solar flare. Okay. Unfortunately, Jezebel will not be joining us for this fight because she's in death rest. But otherwise, everybody, only 2. Only 2. Now, is that good or bad? Probably bad, realistically. So we have got Kenna, who is the enemy big sister, and she has a wraith cannon. And we have Nicole Squid, who has got a massive sword. Christ. Okay, well, members from Void have decided to steal what they can and leave. Are you actually joking? You've turned up to steal like 700 silver, and that's it. Wow, really? Well, there's only 1 Void member left, so I guess I'm just going to go search and destroy. What's 1 Void member realistically going to do to us? 1 Void member against just the most ridiculous amount of super soldiers. Who is going to win? So far, the Void member. We're also now being raided by a group of mechanoids as well. Fantastic. Me has just... Oh, shit. Everybody is losing to the Void member. We're getting obliterated by Void. Benito with the chainsaw. Holy! Injured again. Another RK out of nowhere. A meteor shower has come down as well. Okay, we have actually managed to down the Void member by... What? What have we done to the Void member? We've RKO'd her. I bet that was Merv. I know that was Merv. Let's finish that off the Void member and then go after the mech hive. How are we looking? Not too bad, actually. There's a caretaker, a couple of centipede blasters. That's about it. Not too bad at all. Let's go search and destroy again and just get rid of them. And Benito is here executing a centipede. It's just too impressive, isn't it, really? Like, all of this is just incredible. Beach is even getting involved. Beach has got a melee skill of 0.53 and is in here beefing. Oh my god. Merv is out here one-hit killing. One-hit killing! Jesus Christ. Centipedes. Where's Hickory? Hickory is here as well. That is the star of the show for me. Hickory is here getting involved as well. Oh, you know what? Everybody can focus on the centipede and Hickory can take out the caretaker by himself. I promise that Hickory can... Hickory in a 1v1. A caretaker versus Hickory. Bearing in mind the caretaker doesn't particularly fight back. Hickory, you've got this. Surely Hickory can do this. Everyone's just going to stand around and watch Hickory beat down this robot. Nobody's going to get... Ah! No, guys. Don't help Hickory. Nobody's going to get involved. Nobody's going to do anything. They're just going to chill. You know, everybody's just going to chill. Hickory's done it. Hickory has done it. Has given it enough damage to take it out. It's not difficult, however, because it is only a caretaker, but Hickory has his first mechanoid kill confirmed. Congratulations, Hickory. I'm proud of you. And there we are. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Void and mechanoids, there's no problem for us, really, is it? And I think on that note as well, I think we will end today's episode because, you know, we've got a lot to do next episode. Next episode will obviously be the finale as we deal with 12 days of voids from raid, mechanoids, the whole shkabang. Unfortunately, there was not as many raids as I expected. I expect there to be more. You kind of think that if there's double the end games, there would be double the raids. But no bother at all. So next episode, we'll end up finishing the base, and I think I'm going to go absolutely balls to the wall and try to maximize our wealth as much as humanly possible. That replacing all the walls with uranium, silver, gold, everything I can to get the wealth up as high as we can. We are currently at wealth of 150 million. You know, small amount. But I don't think we're going to be able to reach the billion, unfortunately. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see what the squad get up to next time, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. I'll see you for the finale next episode. Thank you.